Hello, everybody, and welcome to our April OSC call update. We're into spring. We had our Saab rain logo in favor of all the April showers most of us are encountering, I think, across the U.S. right now. Some are even having April snow showers. So hopefully we'll get into the May flowers part soon. But we're in a bit of the doldrums now as we move from fall to spring. But first quarter is behind us, which is hard to believe. We're moving through this year as always, as quickly as we have been in the past. And so today we have the whole team here. We're going to go through a quick business review, some parts availability updates and things from me. Lisa will take us through the Saab programs and Kathy the marketing programs. And then Jeff will have his tech corner. We have Q&A at the end, but as usual, if you do have a question, you can just ask it during the presentation. So we finished up our Q1 with a strong March. Really kind of started out slow and was wondering if we weren't going to see a seasonal bump, but around mid-month it really did pick up, and we saw a very strong close to the month. So for this year, our OSC group in total, so the total group is outselling itself from last year, so growing the Saab business, which is impressive and a real tribute to your focus on our Saab customers. The big categories in March were oil, chassis, and engine, as some of our back orders started to fill. And then year to date, we saw tires, oil, chassis, transmission, electric, all those categories were pretty strong. So good to see. Some of those are kind of wholesale categories like electric, where maybe there's some better bulk sales of things like coils, and but then you look at the oil and tires, and really, it looks like the business in the shops was pretty good in the first quarter, so that's good to see. Where we didn't see good strength was in the body and accessories categories. Body, we did have a couple of product outages and just not seeing as much of the crash business as we used to. Accessories is a smaller category, but that one was down as well, as we sold out of the 9.3 Kenwood upgrade kits. And so you'll hear a little bit more about where we're going with those during the call today. And then we did get a nice container mid-month that filled the back orders on drive shafts. We had a bunch of subframes on that container as well. And so while we still have some back orders outstanding, that was quite helpful. But our next container was a little delayed, so it's going to be a bit before that one gets here. So some product news. 900 turn signals, both left hand and right hand. These are alternate brand turn signals that we have now in stock. So good to see us getting some of the older car parts back in. And then the OES front license plate bracket, the style that we use on Saab, which isn't as readily available in the aftermarket as you might expect. So this is a good bracket. I wanted one when we were back ordered, so now I can get one. So they're now in stock as well. Also, the thermostat kit has been on back order. There's a subcomponent issue there, but we do have the components. So you can order the two components, the thermostat only, and then the alternate gasket, and those are both available in stock. Told you last month that the textile mats are on their way. They're on that delayed sea container, so it'll be a little while, but just wanted to keep this on everybody's mind that these will be in here. They're awesome mats, and they should be in inventory once this container gets here. And here's our list of parts that since the last call have come into stock, and you can take a look at these when we post the call materials out on the website, and then the coming soon. So a pretty good list of both in stock and coming parts. And then here's a slide I think that I've had the last 3 months, and I'm sorry to say we'll probably have it again next month, but hopefully next month it's launched. We are working on this direct shipment out of New Sherping, which will change the delivery times, the way that products are available to you pretty significantly once it's in place. So FedEx is encountering a technical issue. This morning they updated us. They have a projected fix for that, so we'll see if that works, and if it does, then we'll have this this process in place, and we can describe it to you next month. So sorry for the delay on that. And then just before I turn it over to Lisa, just a thanks once again for a great start to the year, your partnership in business and supporting Saab owners and the Saab brand, and a little more of the shower theme here as we move over to Lisa.
All right, thanks, Tim. So April is car care month. So great time to get your customer Saabs ready for spring driving and summer road trips. So to kind of go along with the theme with April Car Care Month, we're going to be having periodically daily flash sales on some of our Saab parts. So it's really important to check your email and our What's New section on our Hedin Parts website so you don't miss out on the flash sales. And to check the What's New, I know many of you are already logged into our site. You might be already in the category groups looking for parts, so you don't see the What's New every morning when you log in. But if you click the What's New on the upper left-hand corner next to Hedin Parts, that's going to bring you to our What's New, and you'll see right there any of our updates for the April Car Care Month, but any other important updates we have, some of the useful documents that we put out there, and the other documents will also be in our reference library. And then with the flash sale, and Kathy's going to mention it later on the call, but you guys will get VIP access to one of our first flash sale that it actually is tomorrow, but because you're on the call, you get access today to it as well. And going with the April Car Care Month, if you want to promote this out to your customers, we have many Saab logos and images available on our website in our marketing folder in the reference library. Some of the examples are our 336 warranty, our Saab Official Service Center, Saab Original. There's many car pictures. You can use these images. They're different files, different sizes. You can use them for websites, social media, email campaigns. I know some shops printed, had the Saab Official Service Center made into window clings. You can use it to co-brand Saab gear, or if you have events, you can use these logos as well. If there's other logos that you're looking for, images, reach out, to Kathy or myself. I know I have a whole catalog of other images too that I could be happy to share with you. And it's hot off the press information. I get to be the one to announce it, so it's exciting. As we had the 2007 to 2011 9.3 Kenwoods, getting more stock of those in the near future. But we're also been tested the 1999 to 2005 Saab 9.5s with the Kenwoods, and you'll see a picture there on the right. This was installed in Jeff's 2005 Saab 9.5. Looks really good. I've even shared the picture with the Saab customer that has a 2004 that's really interested as well. We'll be putting the information out. The instructions are ready to go. We're just be making that live for purchase very soon as well. And each month, I always talk about oils, tires, and batteries. And with the April Car Care Month, again, maintaining your customer Saabs important. Take advantage of our tire program if you don't already. It can be used for Saabs or any other makes that you service. Same goes with the batteries. And then oil as well. And I know I mentioned it last month, coming soon. We did pull down our price sheet. We're working really hard to get that price sheet updated. New pricing will be hopefully announced shortly this month. And for tires, promotions so far for April, there are 2 promotions that are continuing over from March for Cooper and General Tires. That information's on our reference library in the ExxonMobil Saab Tire and XI Battery folder. It is also on the Tire Rack Wholesale website if you look for the tires as well. If there's any new promotions that come out through the month, we'll add them to the reference library, and then Tire Rack will add them to their website as well. And again, just wanted to put out the outlet store. Take advantage. I know many of you have already ordered parts off there. I find some great steals and deals. You can click right on the top of our website, an outlet store. There's great finds for all of the model Saabs and Volvo parts in there, 50 to 75% off. It is limited to stock that we have in our New Jersey PDC, and we want you to buy with confidence, 60-day limited warranty on those parts. And here's just an example, a 16-inch wheel cover for a 9.3. Only your cost is only $8.35. So what a way to spruce up your car, get 4 new wheel covers. So something maybe you could offer out to your customers as well. If you want to take a look at the outlet parts brochure that Kathy puts together, there's a link for it right here too. And it's also, all of the parts brochures are in the reference library as well. And as April showers, May flowers, I'm hoping that it's also April flowers here too. Take advantage of our $25 buyback rewards program. Last month we did add the $19.99 to $09.95 driver window switches. So if you have any of these parts laying around your shop as you go through and do your spring cleaning, send them in, get $25 for each one that you send in to us. And Stephanie and I have taken over the warranty after Larry retired last summer. We went through and re-recorded the recall processing webinar, updated some slides. If you have any new warranty process or warranty admins, or you want to take a refresh, you're welcome to listen to the webinar or review the slides. Goes through how to look for open recalls, the actual processing of the claims, and also a link to the printable summary claim coding sheet that was put together last year. And if you have any questions, you could reach out to Steph or I on that as well. And then just lastly, just wanted to touch on this briefly here. You know, we kind of over the years have changed from different email domains. Most recently, before the change to Hedin Parts, we were areo.com. We've been areoautoparts.com. We went to hedinpartslogistics.com, and then our latest one, which is much easier, is hedinparts.com. So we've gotten some feedback that some shops aren't getting our emails, or they go to your junk or spam folders. You may want to just mention it to your IT department. They add the hedinparts.com to your safe senders list, just to ensure you get our emails. And we send emails out from our own personal ones. TAC might send one, warranty, and we send them directly from our emails, or we also do use MooSend as our email provider as well for some emails. And I'll go ahead and turn it over to Kathy for some marketing updates.
All right, thank you, Lisa. So just again, going to remind you about the What's New section. And specifically this month, make sure you continue to check the What's New section, because we are going to be having some flash sales going on this month. This is going to be our flash sale starting tomorrow, but since you're on the call and you want to place an order today, you can go ahead and use that coupon code. It will work. $10 off one or more DI cassette, any 3 of those parts. Use coupon code FLASHDAY1 at checkout, and it's 1 coupon per shop. And make sure you continue to check your email and What's New section going forward this month. We will be putting some of our flash sales just up on the What's New section without sending an email. And sometimes we will just be sending an email and not be putting it on the What's New section. So it will be important to check your email and also the What's New section. And this is now up on the What's New section. The flash sale for tomorrow, $10 off with the coupon code of FLASHDAY1. So you can go in after this call if you'd like and place an order today, even though others will not have access to it till tomorrow unless they do see it on the What's New section. And then just a reminder, we do have these brake calibers in stock. Some are in stock, some are special order. As you will see on the right, the ones that have the notes of special order, you'll have to order, and they will take 3 to 4 weeks or 4 to 6 weeks to come in. Some of them that do not have special order, I believe, are out of stock, but we are looking on getting more of those in stock. So just wanted to remind you that that's out there. And then Lisa had mentioned the outlet store. Just make sure you go through that. I did highlight here some parts that you may be interested in, and I do have the yellow sale price here marked. And then also the Pensis and Fluids Guide that is also out there, so you can take a look at that. And then we have some upcoming events coming up. Actually, 2 days from now, we have the Moose Proof Automotive at the Mint Gaming Hall, Saab Takeover annual event. That's in Franklin, Kentucky. We have Carlisle coming up on May 10th and 11th. And then we have SOC that's coming up in July 18th to the 21st. So just a reminder, and you can click on each one of the blue lines here with these bullet points. It will take you to these slides. And then last month, we sent out 2 emails to our Saab Parts subscribers. The one on the left was sent out to 286 Saab Parts recipients that we do have VINs for with open recalls. We had a 31.12% open rate. So we're hoping to see some more calls coming into you guys for some recalls to be completed. And then the one here on the right, that was sent out to 3,311 Saab Parts recipients with a 31.8% open rate. I'm just letting them know that we have full range of Saab parts, giving them some ideas of some things they may want to order, giving them the link to the Saab official service centers, telling them that there's a 3-year $36,000 mile parts and warranty with labor, and then also to the gear store and our social media. So just wanted to let you know those 2 emails were sent out last month. And then just some big wheel Saabs here that I was able to find pictures of. The one on the left is a 900. It looks like they're using some bungee cords there to hold down, I'm not quite sure what. And then this big one here on the right, I'm not sure how much gas mileage that gets, but it's a little strange looking. And then lastly, social media, Facebook, Saab Original Parts North America, and Instagram, Saab Parts NA. As you see here, the Facebook here on the left, we did announce Carlisle and also the 9.5 Kenwood coming. And then on Instagram, we do have a little video on some new emblems if you're looking for some new emblems. And I will now turn it over to Jeff.
Thanks, Kathy. I appreciate that update as always. You guys do a wonderful job of keeping us up to date of all the news. And today I'm going to talk about another tease that I'm going to release. You know, with the Kenwood radios, we're continually moving forward, even though we have some delays on one. Today I'm going to talk about the 99-03 OG93. Now this does include the 03 convertible, and this will be basically the same radio that we have now, the Kenwood, the DMX 7709. We'll have the adapter harness, steering control module, the radio basket, a faceplate, and this will be a true plug and play just because of the way the harness works out. Next slide, please. As you can see, this is our factory radio in actually my wife's 9993 convertible. It's a little bit dirty, but this is just right after I had picked the car up, so I hadn't done much in the cleaning wise. But as you can see, standard dash, nothing new there. Next slide, please. Now we will have to do the cup holder has to be removed for this radio to fit. That is the only caveat, but I don't know many 9.3 owners that actually use that cup holder, at least not for holding liquids anyway, not if you like your radio. But we have developed a process. That's been one of the things that's always been a little bit troublesome with these earlier cars. They're not a true double-din radio size unless you remove the cup holder. So that's what really facilitates this installation. Next slide, please. And you can see here I'm testing out the reverse camera. So we have, you know, we are going through all the options. XM is available as well as the reverse camera. As you can see here, my big truck, as Stephanie liked to say in the background. Next slide, please. And here's a finished installation. Not quite as nice and neat as the other 2 applications, just because this particular vehicle doesn't lend itself as well. We won't ever have a faceplate that's going to match the dash, just because the OG93 uses colors that aren't really industry-wide popular. So this odd gray is not anything that that anybody makes. And besides, the other alternative is like a wood grain dash, and nobody makes a wood grain surround. So we'll be limited to the black surround, but and this fit is a little off on this one because I'm still working out that. You know, that's part of this learning curve, is figuring out what it takes to mount this in there to make you guys happy. Next slide, please. And for the review this month, I'm going to talk about a bulletin that I put out. I only had one this month, but it was a pretty important bulletin. It's about the cross-wheel drive secondary level fuel sensor. And anybody out there with a cross-wheel drive car knows that the secondary sensor has not been available for quite some time. We have come up with a repair kit. You can use a level sensor. Actually, it's from the 2010 or 1195 that we can take off their secondary sensor and use that on ours. It's a very simple swap, actually very cost effective even for the customer. And with that, I'm going to talk about the next slide, and we're going to talk about the V4 takeover. That's at Gary's shop at Moose Proof. I highly encourage anybody in that area to come on down. Going to be a lot of V4s in this area. I know a guy that's dragging a trailer all the way in from Iowa, so that'll be interesting. Hopefully see you guys there. Unfortunately, I won't be there this year, but we're talking about making plans maybe for the future. But with that, I'm going to say, if you have any questions or comments, please give us a call or send me an email. And as always, I'm going to turn it back over to Tim for the closing. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Jeff. And we have time for questions. No questions have been posed yet, but just one thing back to the Kenwood Info, Saab Kenwood infotainment upgrades. I mentioned at the outset that we're currently out of we just sold out of the 9.3. We have the two versions of the 9.5 we hope to release very soon. We have a part in transit. Once it gets here, we'll be able to release at least one of those versions. And then on that last slide, Jeff said, give us your feedback. So we're about to put in another order to Kenwood and to our wiring company. And so if you think that OG93 radio is something that you'd have some demand for, let Jeff know so that we get a feel for, you know, how many we should be looking for, at least for the initial stocking on that one. But the Kenwood infotainment upgrades have been, I think we've had maybe four releases of different stocks, and they sell out pretty quickly. So it's been pretty popular. All right. With that, we have still no questions. Let me just double check here. No. So we did an awesome job explaining today. As usual, here's our contact information. So if you need to get in touch with us for anything, here it is. And opened with the rain, I'm closing with one of the brightest Saab colors that we have, the lime yellow aero convertible there. With an attempt to match it with the screen background as well. But hopefully, as Lisa points out, a sign of April flowers, a sunny day there, and looking forward to that as well. Hopefully everyone has a great April, and we'll be talking in early May. Thank you again for your business, and we will talk again soon. Bye now.